Hey guys, this is Doc, docsdetecting.com. It is April 11th, 2016, exactly 9 days from my birthday. Well, for, let's see, 2016, I started detecting in 1990, so, you do the math. But for several years of that time, when I first started out, I had a little Suzuki, so I did almost all my playing in the field using a tent. And back then I could handle that. I was a lot younger, but I'll be 67 in 9 days. And in 1999 I bought my little Toyota Tacoma here. Only has 68,000 actual miles on it. You can see it behind me. So I started sleeping in the back of it. But now I am so doggone old that while I can get into the back of it in the morning, by the time I wake up and I'm all stiff and sore, I can't get out of it. I mean, well, I can, but it really takes some time. So I thought it was time to treat myself to something I thought would really be a lot of fun. So I had Dune Sport down in Mesa, Arizona build a custom toy hauler for me. And this is it. Look at that baby. That is a 12-foot long custom toy hauler built from the ground up to my specifications, and it's got everything in it. I didn't want a really big, real long toy hauler. I just want something that would give me the things that I need out in the field. And a really nice guy down here at Dune Sport helped me, and he'll help you if you're interested in doing something like this, because the neat thing about this place is, like I said, they build them from the ground up. You want something, they put it in. You don't want it, they'll take it out. So give me a second, we'll get reoriented, and we'll give you the grand tour. All right. Hi guys, docsdetecting.com. I promise you we take a little tour here. This is Casey Sorrells.
How's it going, guys?
From Dune Sport. And he's the guy who helped me design this baby from the ground up. And that's a big advantage of going to Dune Sport down here in Mesa, Arizona. They'll take one of these things, they'll build it from the tires right on up to the air conditioning, give you everything you want, and there's something you don't want, they'll take it out. If there's something you do want, they'll put it in. Now, I couldn't quite fit the jacuzzi in here, but next time. So, anyway, Casey's going to give us a little tour of this baby and show you all the neat things it has in it. We loaded it up.
So, first thing we're going to start with here, ramp door's open at this point, and got the furniture set up. And Doc came to us and wanted a specific design to his furniture, so we put a dinette on this side for him with a matching table. He picked his own fabric. We also did a 4-foot sofa here with a matching table, and then a full loft bed up here, which is a queen, where his quote-unquote master bedroom is going to be. Let me turn off the radio here. You can hear.
Oh, we'll talk about the radio for a minute before we turn it off.
I know you were excited about the radio.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
well, only because of all the neat stuff on it.
Yeah. So your radio is going to have 2 built-in speakers. It's going to be AM, FM, CD, MP3, Bluetooth, DVD capability. Everything's wired here to a TV mount with a 110 coax. So he's ready to go. He's ready to listen to music. He's ready to watch movies or cable, whatever he wants to do when he goes out with his recreational lifestyle. So when we move over to the electronics, he's going to have his built-in gen set here, which is unheard of in a 12-foot trailer. It's really impossible from a manufacturing standpoint to do that unless you're us. So we've got a...
Now this is where the generator's at,
yeah, your
right?
generator is built under here.
Okay, so this is a
switch.
This is a propane fueled generator.
Correct.
So it runs off the propane tanks. And one thing I want to mention about this upholstery, this is one of the things that was sort of customized, because this isn't the custom, this isn't the normal upholstery that comes with this, but I figured being out in the desert, like we usually are when we're detecting, rather than have a fabric that, you got a fabric situation, then you got fabric getting into the dust, or the dusking in the fabric, I'm sorry. And or you've got somebody inside and they're sloppy and drunk like these guys get when they go out gold detecting, and they spill a beer. So I had them do all vinyl. This is really soft vinyl. This almost feels like leather.
Yeah.
So this is nice because it can be all wiped down. You can see how well it goes with everything else. I picked the cherry wood interior because it was a little lighter than the darker stuff, and so. This is going to service us well. The other thing is these things either flip up against the wall so I can park my ATV in here and haul my toy, or they lay down to make a bed here, and this one flops out so you can make another bed over here. And then of course, as Casey said, we've got the pull down queen size bed up here. Now I didn't get the mattress. You can get it with the mattress, but I chose not to because I wanted a really firm mattress because of my back. So go ahead and tell me what else I put in here that I didn't, that I don't remember.
Yeah, what we did differently with yours is normally you'd actually have two opposing sofas in this model, a CB model, with one portable table in between. But you know, you came to us and said, I'd like a sofa and a full dinette. The nice part about this furniture is you can obviously walk through here when we do this setup. But the other nice part about it is you can take this table off, you can actually leave this sofa completely against the wall and have all this space to move around even while this one's down, which is common for a lot of people to do. So the furniture it can be used in any different variations to make it as comfortable as you want it to be.
Well, if for nothing else, I mean, if you're not taking a toy somewhere, like I've promised my wife some trips, obviously that's the only way I could get her to agree to this. Yeah. And she doesn't want the ATV along with us, so, but I mean, this way I can take this table out, I can flop this up against the wall, we've got places to store, you know, take some crates and,
exactly.
You know, towels, things like that, whatever you're going to take with you can just store here, so you've got a way to haul stuff around. Matter of fact, Casey was telling me that a lot of people are buying toy haulers now, even when they don't have toys, just simply because of the fact it's got so much open living area.
Utility aspect of it is unbeatable from a travel trailer. If you want to back up just a second, I'm going to show you that even with this furniture down, you can still use this bed. You're simply going to pull down, loft part, pull down here, it's going to come right down with these struts. Then you'll have a ladder to go ahead and climb up here, but this is a full queen size bed, and that's how it's going to be used. Again, you can use it with your furniture up or down, doesn't really matter. You've got a ton of headroom up here. It's about 4.5, almost 5 feet off the ground, so you've got plenty of space up here. Two full-size adults can sleep up here very comfortably.
Well, that's good because my wife was a little concerned about how far that came away from the ceiling because she's a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So,
well, our roofs
she shouldn't have any problem with this at all.
Yeah, you've got an 8-foot interior roof height in here, so which is pretty tall. So to put it up, you just reverse the steps in the morning. You know, if you're going to put it up just like that, you simply push up, and it'll go right back on its stands there. These shocks are spring loaded, so the bed's only going to work when you pull or push, basically. As far as the actual rest of the floor plan, we can only do so much cabinetry in here just because it's a little small 12-footer, but we at least put something in here for you to have. So you got your one cabinet here, your big double door fridge here. If you want to come this way, Doc, we can show them kind of how big it is. So this is a 6. 95% of our customers are going to choose a 6 just because it's a separate door, double door fridge combo.
It actually comes in a smaller size and it comes in a larger size, but this seemed like it would be just about perfect to, you know, hold a substantial amount of food and drink, you know, if you're out for 5-6 days.
Yep. But as far as your kitchen, the advantage to getting an oven is we do have to inset your kitchen like this. You actually get a little more countertop space, which is quite unique. Doc chose a full vent hood with a range. It's got a built-in light, fan, big 3 burner with an actual oven, and plenty of countertop space and a little 12-footer. You got a drawer, dual single basin sink. You've got some storage and a microwave up here that's built in, so you've got plenty of storage for this small of a kitchen anyways.
Yeah, the hood was actually an afterthought on my part, but I was thinking about the fact I know my wife makes me clean the filter on our exhaust hood at home, and I recognize how doggone greasy things get. And I thought, you know what? Cooking in here, even if you're not burning something, you just vent a lot of heat. So we put this little bugger in because I thought, well, that'd be nice. That'll just that'll vent stuff, and I can you know, keep things halfway clean anyway. So what I can't even remember what was the, how much more was this? It was
I think it's $150 maybe, 125 bucks.
150, 175. I can't remember, but it wasn't expensive. As a matter of fact, none of the add-ons in here are expensive. This isn't like going to a car dealership where, you know, you want you know, you want an extra knob on the radio and it's another $3,000. These guys are extremely reasonable in their add-ons, so you can sort of go a little bit crazy.
So this is a CB floor plan, stands for corner bath. That's what it stands for. He's going to have a full bath in here, no vanity, just because of the size of the trailer. But it's not going to be a wet bath where it's a combination. It's actually segregated. So what we did, he's got a 36 by 24 inch shower tub combo. Toilet, it's going to be a foot flush toilet. It's a tall one. And then medicine cabinet on the wall here.
Yeah, the medicine cabinet was one of those afterthoughts as well. I thought, you know, I'd really like to have some place, you know, I know if my wife is in here, she's going to need a mirror. But, I mean, this thing has just got everything. I mean, I don't know what more you'd want in terms of convenience. So, it's got a little bitty square sink here, which is fine. I mean, you always take a little a rubber wash basin maybe to rinse stuff in once you wash it. But, and this is... What do we got here? We got some plumbing down there.
We're going to give you access to all your stuff. In the event that there was a small leak or anything like that, from a manufacturing standpoint, it's easy for us to say, hey, where is it coming from? What's the situation? But we like you to see everything. And you're going to get some storage down there. You've got a drawer here. But in this size kitchen with the oven, your water heater is going to be down in here. Your 6-gallon water heater is going to be right under there. That's why there's no drawers there, because you've got to put that there. But everything's built in for you to get access to it.
And that little, the little thing below the radio, what's that?
So you've got a drawer here. This is going to be this is going to be one of your kitchen drawers you'll have.
Gotcha.
And this is going to be all your breakers, your fuses. Everything's labeled for you when we build a trailer for someone, so you know what to fix if something goes out. So everything's pretty easy to get to. Your monitor panel is going to be here, where your hot water heater and your pump are going to work. You know, you're going to be able to test the battery power, your fresh, your gray, and your black. And actually, what's unique about our trailers is in a 12-footer, you're going to get 50 gallons fresh, 50 gallons gray, and 50 gallons black.
Yeah, that's something I noticed, because when I looked at some other trailers that were not custom made, they were just you know, stuff that was stock out there. They weren't quite as small as this. But they were talking about like 12 gallons of fresh water, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's not enough. Yeah. How are you going to get by with 12 gallons of fresh water when you want to be out for 5 days? So anyway, so we got, obviously we have an air conditioner up there.
We do.
That's, how many BTU is that?
So I think we did a 15 on theirs, I'm not sure, but it's going to be Bluetooth either way. It's going to come with a remote. Okay. Built-in features you're just going to press on. You're going to be able to control the entire trailer from this little remote here.
You said 15?
I think it's a 15K BTU. If we do
15,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, 15,000 BTU AC.
That is ridiculous. That would that would air condition like a
small house,
a 12 by 24 room.
Yeah. So, but the cool thing about the 15K is it comes with a heat strip. It's dual source, meaning you can use it as a heater or an air conditioner. Anytime we do a bumper pull or a fifth pull that only has one AC, you always want to do a 15K just because it comes with that heat strip. Your furnace is a standard furnace. It's an 18,000 BTU furnace. Again, enough to heat a small house. You'll get pretty warm in here pretty quick.
You probably dry meat in here.
Yeah. So your thermostat for that is going to be separate. It's going to be a standalone thermostat. It's going to run off propane, 12 volt. So you don't need your generator to stay warm, basically. Okay. Only thing you need your generator at 110 power for is for your microwave and for that air conditioner. Everything else is going to be 12 volt ready.
Okay, so that heater, does that run off of electric or propane?
12 volt and propane.
Oh, both. Okay.
Correct. So it's the 12 volt igniter off your battery is what's going to ignite the flame, and then it's going to run off of propane. You did get the dual 30s up front, but that's because your generator as well. But you have 2 ways to stay warm. You know, you needed to.
I can't imagine needing that much heat, but
yeah, exactly.
And the refrigerator is propane and electric?
Both. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-way. So your refrigerator is going to have an auto feature. We have it on auto right now when we do our deliveries. So if you want to run it on gas, you can simply run it on gas alone. And a lot of people do that while they're towing, you know, from one destination to the next to keep their stuff cool. But your auto feature will detect whether it's electric or propane. On this size fridge, though, there is an option to do a 3-way upgrade to where it'll run off your batteries, actually, if you really wanted it to. So Dometic does offer that product.
And how many batteries, 12-volt batteries, does this have?
One that's standard.
Okay.
So, but we can give you two, obviously. And you can run 12s, you can run 6s, it doesn't matter to us. So, but I can show them the furniture.
Oh yeah.
Want to see how that stuff works?
Of course, this has got little blinds. That's a standard thing with a valance, which just, I don't know, it just makes it look a little more homey.
Yeah, your valances are all going to black. You're going to match, you know, black valances, black and gray countertops. Everything's going to kind of match the way it's supposed to. Anyways, let's see. That fell. I'll fix that in a second. So, your furniture, pretty simple. Pull your table off like this. Those fall, that's fine. And I'll show you where to store this here in a minute. So, I'm going to set these right here. And this makes into a twin size bed, so you can just pull and pull, and they're going to come together. So that's a twin size bed when you want it to be. And then when you're going to be hauling your cargo, simply lift up. You got some buckles here. Go ahead, pull straight from the frame here.
There's something hanging right down there
I
think is supposed to be.
Oh,
a little,
yeah,
okay.
For your blinds, we'll put it back on. So, as you can tell, opens up the space tremendously in here. Same thing with this table. You're going to pull off, and again, I'll show you where to store these here in a second. You got your pull holes here. So this thing again makes a bed.
As long as we're at it, there's your tie downs on the floor.
Yeah.
4 comes standard, if I remember correctly,
Correct.
but you can add additional ones if
Absolutely,
you need them.
yeah. No matter how many we add, no matter how many you want, every single one of them is going to be 6,000 pounds. So we don't put, those are standard 6,000 pound D-rings. We don't put little cheap 2,500 pound D-rings in our trailer. So, but sofa bed.
So that's in case you want to bring your mother-in-law along on a trip. You can just strap her butt down.
Yeah, that's right. So same thing, and just food for thought. Always want to when you travel with your toy hauler, you want to have your blinds always up. Rule of thumb, because they shake around a little bit, and always want to get them up there if we can. Get them up there.
That's a little harder to do probably
Yeah.
with the things in the way.
I'll fix it here in a second. So on a 12-footer without the axles flipped, which we did talk about, you're going to have some wheel wells, but again, they're normally hidden by your furniture. But this is plenty of space. 3-4 dirt bikes you can easily fit in here, quad and a dirt bike, bikes, you know, cargo, whatever you're doing, gold mining.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A lot of metal. You can put a lot of metal detectors in here, guys.
Yeah. Your TV setup, though, we do these swing arm mounts. You just pull, and you can face this wherever you want it to.
Cool.
So, you know, if you want to watch it from outside, if you want to pull it out and watch it from out here, you can kind of do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, when you pull the bed down, you can watch it right from the bed.
Yeah. So, and we can put TVs in here, obviously, but we do a lot of pre-wiring, and folks want to put their own TVs. That's fine. So.
Now, I did get the option of a heavier duty axle, 5,200 pound axle, upgraded tires, and the spare carrier. But as Casey was saying, for those guys that really want to go out in rough areas, like I'm thinking maybe Rye Patch, where to get up into Rye Patch proper, it's pretty doggone bumpy. They can actually flip the axle on this so you don't have any wheel wells, and this whole trailer will sit much higher and give you ground clearance that you might need. Now, I was looking at this from outside, and it seems as if there's a pretty good ground clearance on this anyway. I'm not sure I'd want to take it any place where the ground clearance was, more ground clearance was needed. It would seem like maybe you're going places where you might tear up everything else. Along with your trailer, you might tear your truck up. So this is where you store things when you're moving.
Your tables are always going to go inside this frame for
Okay.
this sofa. That way they don't have they can move around here. That's fine. but they get stored that way. That way they don't mess up your cabinetry, they don't mess up the floor.
Gotcha.
You always want to store those there. Your poles, a lot of times I just throw mine. You can easily just throw them in the bottom of the tub there. They fit there, but they will fit up in here.
And I'd sort of worry about the tub, thinking that they might, you know, bang a hole in the tub.
Yeah. So, but they will fit, all of them, up in this front cabinet here.
Now I see there's an RV starter kit, and that's an additional thing that you can get with a trailer.
Correct.
Apparently that has a book in there, RV ownership,
Yeah.
first time RV ownership for
All
dummies.
your starter stuff, basically.
Oh, okay, so you got a dookie tube.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you need that dookie tube.
Yeah,
So-
you got all the stuff that you would need, the right toilet paper to go down the toilet, all that stuff. You can obviously get this with your trailer upon delivery or upon pickup, or you can get all that stuff separately at whatever store is closer to you. But when you got all your stuff up out of the way, you know, this is where all your cargo is going to go.
Let's step back out of here. Oh, and by the way, you can see the heavy-duty springs that they use on this hinge. It made it really, really easy to take this door down. It just drops right down. It's very, very simple.
So that's a big 102-inch wide body, 12-footer, with tons of cargo. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Whether it's
Well, let's-
motorcycles, bikes, whatever.
Let's take a walk around. Oh, and I asked about clearance on this, and apparently right here, it's the very highest point. It's 10 foot tall. I was sort of interested in that because I want to get a carport for it. So let's take a walk around the outside.
You've got an 11-foot awning, basically, is what you have. You've got an 11-foot awning on a 12-foot trailer, and we put the biggest awning we can on there, regardless of the size. Anytime you get up bigger than 20 feet, the biggest awning you can put on there is a 20-foot awning.
Okay.
So, but on a little 12-footer, that's what you're going to get. Two steps, stabilizer jacks. I will show you something before we leave. In the front, because you got a propane generator, you got two big 30-pound bottles, and then your one battery behind it. There is another space there for another battery if you want to put one.
Yeah, that was an option. I upgraded from the 30 pound to the 60 pound. Or what is it? Is it 215 pounds?
220s.
Oh, 220s. Okay, so
standard,
I went
yeah.
from the 20s to the 30s just because having the propane generator, I thought that was important.
But diamond plating, 24 inches on the front, help with the rock chips and stuff like that.
Yeah, you might not be able to see that because it's black, but that was something that I put on there as well because I was thinking, well, you know, going by the bushes and scraping the bushes and things like that, it might be important to have that.
Yeah. 8 inches all the way down the side. We've got pre-wire for cable, fresh water, furnace, and then your locked right now. We keep them locked, but your built-in 3600 watt propane generators in here.
Okay.
And when we were inside, remember that's your fridge basically.
Right.
There, and that's the bottom of the fridge there. That's how we built that in.
Okay. Well, that's it, guys. You're down at Dune Sport in Mesa, Arizona. And Casey's the guy to see.
Thank you.
What's your phone number, Casey?
480-357-3863.
And what's your web address or your web site?
Dunesport.com.
Okay. And so give Casey a call. And if you guys have always wanted to own something like this, this is the place to do it. Let me tell you, I checked around and their prices are amazing, you know, compared to some of the, you know, take it as it is places where, okay, well, this is what we have to offer. Their overhead is very low down here because they keep their inventory to a minimum. They actually build these a couple of blocks from here. That's where their factory is. So they do, in fact, build these from the ground up. So they don't keep a lot of inventory on hand because that's not the business they're in. The business they're in is customizing toy haulers exactly for what you want. Now, hey, they build bigger ones. I mean, take a look at this. Look at that man cave. They build that. The Firestorm is their brand. I mean, look at these honkers. I don't know what you would. You probably need a tank to tow those. I have no idea. I just got my little Toyota, so I had to stick with something relatively small. All right, Doc. DocsDetecting.com. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. And first time I use this and get out there and find some gold, I'll let you know. Take care.